What's going on, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and I'm making a really special video for you guys today. I'm in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm doing a video on my Mazda 3. For my loyal Wrath 1 fans out there, I know you've seen this car in previous videos, but I've never really mentioned or talked about it. Besides rebuilding the E39, this is my daily driver, so I want to make a video to kind of show you guys what I like and don't like about the car and do a review on my personal Mazda 3. My car is a 2008 Mazda 3, and it came in 3 specs: the I, S, and Speed 3. The I has a 148 horsepower 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine. All the Mazda 3s had a 4-cylinder engine, but the S had 156 horsepower with a 2.3 liter. And then the Speed 3 was a 2.3 liter, but it had 263 horsepower. Mine comes with aluminum rims with the disc brakes. And you can see on the sides, on the 2.3 liter versions, they have an emblem. On the 2.0, it doesn't. So we walk around, see a little stripe, pinstripe. I actually used to own a 2.0 base, and it didn't have the stripe, nor did it have the emblem. So this one definitely gives it a more sporty look. Mazda gave it that sporty look with the pinstripe. And just overall, the molding's a little bit different than the one I had before. But I would say I really am impressed with the way that Mazda made this car. I think it gives it a very sporty look for the price that you pay for it. Headlights, some of them came with xenons. Mine just has a regular halogen, and I got the fog lights. So overall, I think the exterior of this car is very nice. It looks very sporty, and I'm really happy about it. Turn signal right here, I have one. It looks really good and helps me out a lot. But overall, I think the exterior on this car is really, really nice. Let's go ahead and check out the interior, see what's going on in there. All right, you guys, we're in the interior right now, and let's take a look. So overall, I have to say I'm really impressed by the interior of this car, flat out. You have the red stitching on the sides right here. Silver finish along the controls here, and it goes around all the way through all the panels. Radio silver here, silver on this side, and right here. I think it's a great look for the car. My favorite part about the interior has to be the speedometer. The speedometer makes it look like a Subaru for half the cost. But it is a really nice looking speedometer. You can even change the coloring by clicking this, how bright you want it. And I think it looks really cool, honestly. You have the radio settings right here: FM, satellite, CD, media, and it's pretty good sound. I know some of the Mazda 3s actually come with premium sound. Mine doesn't, but it's all right. Speaker settings here, volume, save what you want. You have a CD changer too. You can change all the controls for the AC right here. And it's very simple to use. It's not complicating settings at all. I see some cars you can't really figure out how to use the AC for sometimes, but this is very simple and laid out for you. You got the charger right here, or cigarette lighter. I will say that on some of the Mazda 3s, it does come with heated seats, and there would be a knob right here and on here where you can adjust the heated seats. I have the cloth, so I don't get heated, but some of the Mazda 3s do come with leather seats, which is really, really good looking, and it's an awesome thing to have. But sadly, I don't have it. But we have tweeters on the side right here, which are really nice. But I'll be honest, guys, I really like the interior of my car. It looks very nice. It's just all very simple and easy, and it's not too much to overwhelm the driver. It really is nice to me. Leg space, I have a lot of leg space. It could be a little bit better for the passengers in the back. I've gotten a lot of complaints from people in the back saying that there's not a ton of space, but I'll go back there and show you guys. I do have the 5-speed manual right here. I always got to keep a manual. I just prefer it, you know, but it's all right if you don't. I have the cup holders right here, and there's another cup holder on the sides of each door and in the back too. So Mazda gave you a lot of room with cup holders. Some of the Mazda 3s come with a sunroof. My old one did, but this one doesn't. Differences between the base and this S version, I've noticed that the speedometers are a little darker in the middle, and what it comes with is a rev limiter for bad weather conditions. As you can see, it turns on and off. Once it gets slippery and I start to hydroplane, it'll stop the front wheels from going, which is very useful, and it won't allow it to go further than I think 3, so it prevents you from slipping. But let's go to the back right now, guys, and check out the leg space back there. And before I show you guys that, I forgot to show you that you can actually change the volume on some of the Mazda 3s, mine particularly for the radio. You can change the modes right here, muting it. And you can do a lot on the steering wheel, which I find really convenient and nice. I really like that. So right now I'm in the back of my car, on the passenger side in the rear, and I have this seat rolled back all the way back and this one pushed up all the way forward. And as you can see, it's kind of difficult for my legs to fit. It's not the most comfortable right now. My back is hinged forward and this is really all in my face. So the bad thing about this car, I feel like, is in the back, there's not a lot of leg space at all. Right here, it's pushed up all the way, and if I slide over to it, it's gonna feel a lot better. But you know, if the driver wants to be further back, it's gonna be more uncomfortable for passengers back here. But overall, I think it's a great car. And in the back, if there was more space, that'd be nice, but it's not a big deal. It also has this cup holder right here, 2 right here. So this car has a lot of cup holders. The Mazda Miata, they added cup holders, but I know there's a lot of people talking about how they used to have no cup holders, and this one definitely has all the cup holders you need. So let's go check out the trunk right now and see how much room we have back there. So we are at the rear of the vehicle right now, and what I gotta say about this is the taillights are beautiful in this car. This is one of my favorite parts about the car, how this is clear right here and clear, and you can see the taillights on the inside. Some cars have a red finish right here. I like how it's clear. What I don't like about it is that the common Mazda 3 problem is for moisture to build up inside of the taillights. As you can see, there's water all around it. Common Mazda 3 problem, doesn't bother me that much, but if I wanted to change it, I could. But let's check out the trunk space. Inside the trunk, we have a decent amount of space. I got my backpack right here, tripod. It's a good space for a trunk. It's a good space. You have a jack in the sides right here. You could roll these 2 seats up forward. If you look inside here, it has all the tools you need for changing the tire and towing the vehicle. If you lift this end up, you can see the spare tire right here. So I think it's a very organized trunk. I think it looks very good, and it serves me very well. Front of the car, engine bay. See, Mazda has a lot of plastic around the engine, but this is a very good looking engine, guys. It was a very reliable one too, and I like everything about it. In terms of the way it's structured, I think it's nice of Mazda to keep everything clean and protecting the battery and important features on the right, as well as the actual engine itself. But very good looking engine from Mazda. All right, guys, right now I'm in the city driving. Want to just give you guys a little talk about this car as I drive. I've owned this car for about 7 months, and I've loved every minute of it. I've never had any catastrophic problems with this car, any big mechanical issues with this car. The only things I've done to this car in the past months was the thermostat I had to change, but I've done all the oil changes and regular maintenance, and this car will last you forever if you do all the maintenance on it. As long as you're taking care of this car. I've seen these kinds of cars go for 500,000 miles just because of how simple the engine is and how reliable these engines are. I've never had a problem with this car. I've never had an issue where it won't start or anything like that. I have about 139,000 miles on this one, and you know, I've never encountered any major issues with this car. I think it's a great car for a student or for your kid's first car because of how cheap these cars go and how good of a bang for your buck you get. For $4,500, I bought this one with all the fees included, but you can find these cars even cheaper than that. But I'd say this, for $4 grand, the reliability you get for this particular car compared to other cars you can get for $4 grand, it's crazy. You know, you could get maybe a higher mileage car, higher end for $4 grand, but if you're getting something with lower miles like this, and for $4,000 you get a lot of reliability, cheap parts, and a good quality car for $4,000 when you're purchasing something like this. So I really like the price. The price is very good for anybody who's not trying to spend too much money on a car and just needs basic needs for transportation and wants something a little sporty. Like, this would be your go-to car. Students would love a car like this because it's very cheap on gas. It gets really good gas economy. I think I get about 26 miles per gallon on this one, but I love the way it drives, and I think it's a very comfortable drive. Not too bumpy or anything. Right now I'm driving in the city, so it's bumpy in some parts of downtown, but you don't feel much from this car. Suspension's very smooth. Everything's smooth on this car. I really think this is a perfect car for somebody who just wants a basic but yet fun car for not too much money that'll kill your pockets, under $5,000. You can find them for more than $5,000, but you know, that would be with all the options. If you want just your basic needs, you're looking for under $5,000 or something like this. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching again. I really appreciate all the support you guys give me. You have no idea what it means to me. So if you want to, leave comments below on how I can improve on these videos. And if you want me to do more of these car reviews and you like them, leave the comments below and let me know. But if you could subscribe and like too, that'd be really cool too. But that's it, guys. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.